Imagine a Shuttle Fusion that doesn't care whether the opponent summoned from the extra deck or not. So before we start, I just have a little announcement to make. I just created an Instagram account, and even though I didn't post anything on it yet, outside of maybe 1 or 2 posts, I actually plan on making sneak peeks for you guys so you have an idea of what my future videos will be looking like before they even get uploaded on YouTube. So if you want to be the first one to know what my future videos will be about, make sure you hit me with a follow. It'll be sincerely appreciated. I will also use my Instagram account to make polls and interact with you guys to figure out which decks I should actually break next, or what should be the topic of my next live stream, etc. Oh, and on top of that, I will be doing a $100 giveaway as soon as I reach 1,000 followers, so you really have nothing to lose by following me. Anyways, now that this is out of the way, let's get into the subject of today's video. So Branded Fusion is a normal spell card that reads, Fusion summon 1 fusion monster that lists Fallen of Albaz as material from the extra deck, using 2 monsters from your hand, deck, or field as fusion material, including at least 1 Fallen of Albaz. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this card, except fusion monsters. This card is by far the best fusion spell card ever printed in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I am willing to explain why right now. First of all, this card is a branded spell card, meaning that it is searchable by Spriggan's Kit, Albert Jesper of Despia, which is searchable by Despian Tragedy, which you can easily trigger with Foolish Burial or Allure of Darkness. You can also set it in the end phase with the graveyard effect of Albedon the Branded Dragon, which has nice synergy with the Nadir Servant package. As we speak, there are exactly 6 fusion monsters that you can actually summon with Branded Fusion, and they are Mirror Jade the Iceblade Dragon, Rubellion the Divine Flame Dragon, Prind the Iron Dash Dragon, Brigand the Glory Dragon, Titanic Lad the Ash Dragon, and Albion the Branded Dragon. For every single fusion monster listed, Fallen of Albaz is always a specific material for the card, but the other material can vary between several things. Albion has a very nice on-field and in the graveyard effect, where it allows you to fuse another time, and also it requires the light attribute, which is pretty nice depending on what you're playing. So for example, if you're playing this with Cyber Dragon, it might actually have some nice synergy where you actually get to search for whatever Cyber Dragon with the Hurts, or you can Foolish for the core, etc. on top of generating monster advantage. Rubellion is most likely going to be the most competitive one since it requires the dark attribute and also has the effect to allow you to fuse another time, so really nice synergy with the Shuttle monsters, which means that Branded Fusion is now a 1.5 card combo that makes Winda through pretty much hand traps that just don't really hurt the card too much, such as Nibiru and Gamma, since you can actually chain block and you don't really have to commit to multiple summons in order to get there. Mirror Jade is also a really terrifying boss monster that not only banishes a monster on the field without targeting, but also foolishes for the Titanic Lad in order to summon either Fallen of Albaz or any Dogmatica monster from your deck during the end phase. The reason why this card is better than every other fusion spell in the entire history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is because this doesn't require any specific requirements, such as your opponent needing an extra deck monster for you to use this card, such as Shuttle Fusion, and also being locked under Fusion really doesn't matter when you're playing a deck like Shuttle or Despia, because the only monsters that you're really trying to make are fusion monsters anyways, so you don't really have to denaturalize your strategy in order to make that card work. It is also a joke to search, so now the deck already has very easy ways to floodgate the opponent to death, on top of generating consistent advantage with the graveyard effects of pretty much every monster that's hitting the grave when you're fusing. I think this deck is single-handedly enough to transform Despia Shuttle into a tier 1 deck, because this card was exactly what the deck needed. What do you guys think of this card though? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.